Hey, this is Elizabeth Potts-Weinstein. I want to welcome you to the first day of 10 Days to Business Boundaries. So what we're going to be doing in this program is helping you clearly define what are your business boundaries and what are your boundaries. Figure out how to set those boundaries in your business with yourself and with other people, how to enforce those boundaries, and then how to revisit those boundaries, redefine them, evaluate them, and put a process in place to update them as time goes on. How this program is going to work over the 10 days is that each day you'll have a video that might be 5 minutes long, might be 15 minutes long, and you'll have a PDF that you can choose to download. It's kind of a little workbook page where you will have a few bullet points that you can use as an outline for what we've talked about, and a place where you can take notes and write down your assignment for that particular day. Don't worry if you miss a day or miss any of the content for the day. All the content will stay up on the Facebook page. We're not going to be taking it down after the program. And I plan to take all the PDF files and put them together at the end of the program, so you can download them all together at the end if you miss any of it. If you have any questions that come up during the program, or if you want to share your experience, feel free to comment below any of the videos. If you have a problem with anything, any technical problems or anything, feel free to post a comment below or send us a message through the Facebook page. So let's go ahead and get started on 10 Days to Business Boundaries. So the first part of 10 Days to Business Boundaries is about who are you and what is your land, so we know where the boundaries actually are, so we know where to put the fences, so we know where to enforce things. Because here's the thing, there's no point in drafting a contract, setting up enforcement mechanisms for things. There's no point in trying to create entities and doing all that legwork if you're not clear about who you are, what is your business about, what works for you, so we can create boundaries that are actually appropriate, because they're different for every business, just in the same way we build a fence in a different place on every property line. So the first part in figuring out what are your boundaries, what's your kingdom, is looking at something that you may have actually probably have already done in your business, or at least personally, is looking at your values, your mission. What are you about? What is this business about? A good place to start today, looking at your values, are the things that you've probably already created. So you may have a list of values that you personally have or for your business. You may have a mission statement. You may have bullet points that are on your website already. You may have already generated this copy somewhere. You may be able to go find those things. You may have words that you've picked. You may have a superpower that you've worked with someone to find. You can also look at your Myers-Briggs results, your Enneagram, all these different tests and assessments out there that can help you figure out different ways to describe who you are and what works for you. So after you've taken that inventory of all the things that you've already done that describe who you are, now I want you to look at how are you different? How is your business different than the other people in your industry? So if you're a life coach, look at the other life coaches. What's different about you? If you're a marketing consultant, if you're someone who has a landscaping business, whatever, look at your business and how is it different from other people's businesses in the same industry. You can also look at how are you different than other business owners in your same industry. This is going to really help you figure out what are your boundaries and what's going to work for you. Because your average person who's going to do business with you, either as a customer or client, or as a vendor, or someone you may hire as an employee or go into business with, they're going to assume you're just like everyone else. So it's going to be really important for you to be clear about who you are and how you're different so you can communicate that to them. To give you one example from my own business, on my website, if you go to the company, about the company page, I actually have our values and our mission and all that kind of stuff and our purpose of the business. And I also list how we are different. I'm very express about that, and we're going to talk more about how to do that later. But one of the things that I put on there is that we are not attack dog lawyers, or I'm not an attack dog lawyer. And we also have that one of our, the purpose of our business is to help our clients feel calm and capable. Both of these principles are very different than your stereotypical attorney. Attorney marketing is very much about making people feel anxious. And I think that most marketing is about making people feel anxious instead of making them feel calm. So that making that distinction permeates everything that I do and makes a lot of decisions much more simple to make, because all I'm deciding is does this web copy, does this graphic, does this way of doing business make someone feel anxious or calm? And the same thing applies to the whole attack dog thing. Yes, I do represent people who are in disputes. I don't do litigation, but I do like cease and desist letters and replies. But I'm not an attack dog. That's a very particular kind of style of negotiation that I don't do. And of course, it's very important for me to communicate that to people as soon as possible so they know that's not the kind of lawyer you're getting here, and that's not the way I work. There are tons of lawyers who do, and you should go get one of them. So this is what I'm talking about. It makes it much more straightforward to decide which clients to take, what things you're willing to do and not willing to do, if you actually know how you're different than the stereotypical business owner or business in your field. So your assignment today is to start working on the worksheet below or wherever the link is, and start making an inventory of your values, of your purpose, of your mission, of the ways you are different, because we're going to use that later on in these 10 days program. And then come back tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to talk about something that's kind of fun in a way, which is you're going to get to complain about everything. Won't that be great? I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.